Welcome to week 2 of Vlogmas. I am the Vintage Needle Crafter. My name is Laura. So welcome to my channel. Welcome if you are new here. Welcome back returning viewers and subscribers. This is my little corner where I love to sit down and talk about all things knit and crochet. So I'm doing week 2. This is week 2 of Vlogmas. So how is everyone doing? I hope you're having a wonderful and safe December. So, all right, I'm going to get right into it. What you see that I'm wearing is an old object that I finished last winter. I think it was before last Christmas. In fact, it is my sheep go round sweater. Yeah, it was quite a fun project to do. I'll stand up and show you. And you can see the lines right here from the different tones of black that I used in it. But I love the fit of this. This was from a vintage pattern. I found it over on Etsy. I will put a photo here, because this video I am going to full out edit. But there it is, and you notice the photo, it is black and white. And the original pattern, they still sell it over there, by the way, if you're interested. If you love sheep and want to knit a sheep sweater, that is a very affordable pattern. But anyway, the original pattern is worked from the bottom up, with just a regular yoke. And what I done is completely different. I started top down in the round. So when I got to the sheep and everything, I had to look at it upside down so it would turn out right side. But there's my sheep. And I am an artist at heart, so I wanted to do full color in the yoke. Black and white was just too blah for me. So here are my sheep in the little grassy pasture there with the faded grass behind them. And then I put in a fence right here with some different sky. And way up here, there's some puffy white clouds. So... This was done in 100% acrylic yarn, worsted weight. I did not use wool. At that time, I had mainly acrylics in my stash. It was even knitted up. The portion of the black was knitted up with a vintage Windtuck yarn, vintage Windtuck from the 1970s. So that's my childhood era, the 70s and 80s. I grew up in the mid 70s to mid 80s, so yeah. Well, that was a very fun make, and I'm still enjoying it. It has not pilled up, so just a little bit. I've had a little bit of pilling here on the arms. I haven't defuzzed it at all though, and I've worn it several times. It's went through the wash twice, dryer. That's what I love about acrylic. You can just throw it in the washer and dryer. But yeah, I love this. All right. Speaking of Vlogmas, today is Tuesday, December 10th, and I already put out the short. You could have a look at the yarn, but I'm going to show you the yarn all worked up. I've got day 10 in here, and this is my crochet shawl. And isn't it beautiful? This is just a basic granny stitch shawl. And my thoughts in the beginning were that when it gets larger, the larger it gets, I'm not gonna be able to go all the way down one row with one color because I'm not gonna have enough. So what I am going to do, and here I added in little different yellows. You see at the bottom there? Yeah, the color's running short. So what I'm gonna do from here on out is to, when I open my advents the next day, I'm gonna put in that color And then when I do the next day, I'll put in that color like that, and then the striping of blue. So that's my progress on my shawl, and I love this. I haven't made a wool shawl in about I want to say 5 years. It's been 5 years since I last made a shawl out of 100% wool yarn. So the color is merino wool from my Advents, and the blue is, I don't think I have the label anymore. Let's see, it's 100% wool. No, I don't have the label. It's a worsted weight. It was a worsted weight wool. So I remember it here in a moment, I'll tell you. Okay, but that's my progress, day 10 of that. And also I am knitting up a scarf from my second Advent. A scarf and hat is from the Advents. So when I'm opening my Advents each day, the small box that you're seeing, that is going into a hat and a scarf. This is wanting to curl up on itself. Once I block it, it'll be fine. So in the beginning, I was only putting one stripe in until I realized you had better put more than one because you're going to have a very short scarf. So now it's getting quite long. There's a better view of it there. Just a simple rib stitch. This is the wrong side. I think the wrong side is really neat too. It's just a knit 3 and purl 1. That's the wrong side. I think the wrong side looks really neat. Okay. And also am making a hat. This is going to be a slouchy hat for sure. And I started doing this and realized, oh, your hat's getting quite long. It's all the way up to the crown right about here on me. So, so what I'm doing now is I'm only putting one stripe of the Advent, one stripe of black. And I'm just using a Patton's Classic Wool. Oh, that's what this yarn is, the navy blue. Patton's Classic Wool. Patton's Classic Wool in worsted weight, worsted. And the black here is Patton's Classic Wool Sport. Okay. Also, I had a little extra black, so I added this in here. This was a thrift store yarn. Nature spun, 100% wool. So when that's all finished up, I do have some more yarn on the way, so I won't run out of that. Because I was worried I'm running out of my navy blue, so I had to run over and quick order some navy wool worsted weight yarn from Knit Picks, and they offered me free shipping. That was nice. Because I only got 3 skeins of the wool yarn, just a navy blue, and it may look a little bit different. The dye lot may be a little bit different than this, but you know, it was very, very close. So I'll be fine with that and everything. So, all right, that's my Advent projects. Now, other things that I have been working on. I finished a hat. This is a little, isn't that pretty little Snow White beanie? That is so nice. I'll try that on. I got this pattern from, let's see, I got this pattern from Bag-A-Day Crochet. She had the pattern. She has a YouTube tutorial. And I think it's just adorable. Looks a little funny there with my glasses, but I think that it's just adorable little hat. This is going to be gifted for someone. So take it off. Make sure none of my hair is in there. Okay, yarn for this is, hold on. I don't have the label, but I do have, well, I've got another yarn just like it. That was crocheted double-stranded, and I used James C. Brett yarn in cream, held double with white Yarnsmith's Merino sock in the white shade. And that's what I did to make that hat. So I'm also working on another hat. And this one's done in mohair. So that's pretty easy to do that hat. Just head over to Bag-A-Day Crochet. She has the complete tutorial. She's been cranking out a lot of hat tutorials, but I thought that was quite nice. Such a nice hat. The texture and the stitches are just beautiful in that. All right, I'm working on another hat. This one's for myself, and I've got all tangled up here. This one's green. Oh my goodness. I got my yarn tangled. I just started on it, and I'm just doing a 1x1 rib stitch. And I am using Yarnsmith's Merino sock in the green, Christmas green. And then this is a Drops Kid Silk Mohair. I'm not sure what the shade was, or the shade number was on this, but I'm just holding them double. I'm worried I'm not going to have enough to finish with this. If I don't, I'll just add in some different colors. It's fine. I'm just making a beanie. Just a short beanie to go over my head. So let's see, needle size. I'm working it with a number 5 Chiaogu circular knitting needle. I love doing everything in the round that way on most of my things. So that's another little start of a hat I've got going on. Now the blanket progress. I have done a little bit more of my blanket. I finished some more squares. I've got these 4 to sew together. Where's the pink one? I've got these 4 to sew together in a large square, and then I've got, I think, a yellow one to do. And then I just got to sew it in this strip here, and that will be the 3rd strip finished on my blanket. And you can find this pattern in the current copy of Crochet World magazine on a newsstand near you or store near you. There's the blanket. It's so pretty. I'm gonna put it on my bed. I like it so much. The red sparkly yarn made it look really Christmassy. This is all just done up in yarn I've had stashed away. It's all number 4 acrylic yarns in here. The bag's getting lower because the blanket's getting bigger. But yeah, that's my progress on that. Now I want to show you an almost finished object. I didn't quite get it finished yet, so hold on. I'm going to try this on when I show you. Okay, I have it here. It's almost completely finished. Oh, sorry. The only thing I don't have done on it is the pocket, the inside pockets. I've got the pocket holes, but not the inside pockets. And I have to straighten this out, put it on. Okay, here it is. And you know what? I'd redone the sleeves on this because they were just too... They stuck out way down here. Remember they were drooping down to here last time? I love this. Oh, this is so cuddly and so soft. It's heavy. The sweater has got some weight to it. Now, the pattern for this, I will put the link in my description. This is by Katarina Designs. It's called Cozy Sweater, that you can crochet yourself. And the pattern is very easy. It's just a back loop and then the front loop when you're doing the pattern. Yarn that I chose for this is Drops Andy's Mix. And this is a soft and chunky blend of alpaca and wool. And it has, let's see, it has 65% wool and 35% alpaca. I had to go order more. My last Vlogmas, I had stated that I was waiting for the yarn. It came 3 days after Thanksgiving, so I got really busy, and like I said, all I had to do was finish the other arm, but then it didn't turn out, and then I had to redo the arm. Now it's much nicer. It's fitting. It's not hanging way down. It's sitting right, got like this much room there, just a tiny bit of breathing room. And I love the fit now. It's so much nicer, and it's so soft. Oh my, try that yarn is all I can say. I can't say enough about it. It is so soft like a cloud, and it's so thick and so warm. It's a little warm today to have it on, so I'll take it off in a bit. But yeah, this arm over here was the same way, and I ended up redoing that also. And then the cuff, she recommends for my size, and I made the 1X size, she recommended 32 rows of, and it was way down to here. So like I said, podcasts way ago, I am a loose crocheter. So yeah, I don't know why I'm like that, but I had to, I think I went with, let's see, I think I went with 24 rows. 24 rows, which is quite a lot less. I do not like something that's way down here, because if I have to run out to the kitchen, mix something up, clean something up, you know, I could just do this a little, and, you know, my arms are not going to get all messed up. My favorite preference in sleeves is about up to here, or 3/4. So yeah, this is quite warm for today, but I just love it. I think I will put the camera stand back so I'll show you a little bit better view of it. I'm just so pleased with the way this turned out, and I absolutely love the color. Yeah, see, all I have to do, and I just pinned these shut so it wouldn't droop. The weight of this yarn when crocheted up, it gets a little heavy, on the heavy side, so my pockets were sagging down. I just have the inside of the pockets to do in here, and then it will be all finished. And I put buttonholes on it. There'll be a button here, and down here, button number 3. But I love this. It's such a beautiful, beautiful cardigan sweater. Oh my, yeah. So that will be my crocheted. Okay, now I'm going to put you back to where we were. So hold on. Okay, I think that's where we were before. Okay. All right. I think I'm just going to leave it on. It's nice and cozy. So anyway, we have had strange and unusual weather here for Illinois. Yesterday, we had temperatures in the 50s, 50 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, it was warm enough to go outside with just a light sweater on. Got out, enjoyed the sunshine. I had some iced coffee to celebrate the warmth. It was wonderful. It was wonderful. But we haven't had much snow. I think we had one little short snow, and it lasted like the next day, and then it melted away. I don't mind all this sunshine. Don't get me wrong. I am not complaining at all. But when we get those days to where it's dark clouds day after day after day, it's always nice to have snow on the ground to brighten it up outside. So yeah, quite warm here. It feels spring-like. All right, now I guess I will talk about a couple of acquisitions I wanted to share with you. So hold on, I'm going to go grab some more of the yarn for that. Okay, yeah, I went and grabbed the yarn, but I forgot to mention, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention the size crochet hook I used for this. It was an 8mm crochet hook, and then the cuffs and the rib was a 6.5. Okay, all right. Now for acquisitions, here. I bought this like a few weeks ago, and it had Christmas colors in it. It's another James C. Brett. Shh. I don't know why this has become one of my favorites. You know, funny story. I gave an honest review of this about 6 months ago, I want to say. And I didn't really like it at first, you know, the way it was hard to frog back once you crocheted with it, is why I didn't like it. Now knitted up, it was wonderful. And I did make something crocheted with this. And yes, you have to be very careful. Take your time. Pick a pattern that you know well or something similar that you have made in the past to where you're confident it's going to turn out. Okay, you don't have to frog it back. Okay, I had started knitting another sweater with this, and I just didn't like it. I thought, this is going to take me too long, and I really want to squeeze out another sweater before Christmas or maybe right after Christmas. So I'm going to try to see if I can crochet myself one up. I would like to do a short sleeve t-shirt type sweater with this. There are 601 yards on one of these, by the way. The colors of this are beautiful, aren't they? It's got reds, burgundies, greens, kind of a light pale green, and then it gets into this yellowish cream, this creamy color. It's so nice. You can see it in there. Yeah. I think it's going to look nice crocheted up. So, ooh, I'm almost getting too warm in this sweater, so this has to come off. I'm sorry. We're having a warm day and it's full sun and I'm sitting kind of half in the sun, so there we go. All right. So yeah, with that being said, that's going to be an acquisition. And I had another request from one of my dear children, my oldest son, who is 30. We were watching The Christmas Story, that old time classic. We always like watching it, you know, every year. But anyway, he commented on one of the characters in the show, or in the movie, he had on a sweater. I think it was Flick, the one that got his tongue stuck to the pole. He says, I like his sweater. Can you do one like that, Mom? Can you do one like that in wool? And I told him, I have all the colors of that in acrylic. But he says, no, I really like to have it in wool. So after Christmas, sometime in January, I'm going to find him some kind of a medium gray wool and then burgundy, because I took a look at that, and all that sweater is very simple. I could probably do it top down in the round if I'm careful where to put the burgundy, because all it was gray. It had gray back, gray arms, and then just the fronts were in burgundy, and then the ribbing and all that was in gray also. So very simple to do. So when I do it in the round, once I mark off, you know, like I did, I pick this up, like I did for this one here, I have to just watch the placement and have to watch into the raglan and then do that in gray. So I'm up for the challenge. I really don't want to knit a 5-piece sweater. I like doing top down in the round ones more. It's faster to work up for me. So that's my second little acquisition. Okay, and I think that is everything. That's all I had to share with you today. I'm trying to get this under 30 minutes. It's going to be a busy time for me coming up here. Tomorrow I have a ladies' Christmas party, and then on Saturday, some young man at our church is getting engaged, and the engagement party there. That's so wonderful. And then Saturday evening, we're going to see Christmas lights. Funny story. I got to tell you this. We're sitting at church, And they made the announcement for the senior saints for the Christmas lights. I thought, oh, that'll be nice for the seniors. And my son kind of elbowed me up. Mom, he says, did you look at the ages on that? I go, what? I looked up and said ages 55 and up. And I thought, I qualify for that. I thought, I don't consider myself a senior citizen or anything, but the joke was on me. But I am happy I'm able to go, and I'm thinking about going with them. So ages 55 and up. Yeah, I'm 56, so I qualify for that. That was funny. It made me feel a little bit old, but that's okay. That was so funny. But anyway, I'm going to let you go now, and I've got to get busy this afternoon later, and I'm going to be doing some baking for tomorrow. So with that being said, all of you take care, and you all have a wonderful week. And to my podcaster friends, have fun with those yarn advents. And I will see you all on the next one next week for Vlogmas Week 3. Bye, friends!